Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to Connect Groups. And again, I want to thank you for making Connect Groups a priority. Over the last many weeks, we've heard reports come in about how God is doing something uniquely special in all of our groups. And that happens because you're being faithful to the groups, not just to attend, but to open up and to share your life with others and to encourage one another. And as a pastor, I say this all the time, and I really do mean it. The health of our church is dependent upon our relationships, specifically in Connect Groups. So again, I just want to celebrate you and say thank you for being a part of a group. So this past Sunday, we concluded a series that I think was very practical, but I also think was very challenging and powerful. We've been talking about this idea of developing margins in our lives. And the information that I shared, I think it was easy to understand. At least, that's always my hope. But what I also recognize is though it was easy to understand, it was hard to implement in your life because all of us, if it was easy, we'd probably already naturally be doing it. And so what we've done is we've introduced to you some ideas and ways of thinking and living that are probably different than something you've considered before. And so I know it's difficult to implement that and make it a reality in your life. But here's my challenge to you, and this is what you're going to do in your group today. You're going to look at some very challenging and practical questions as you review the last many weeks to see if you've actually changed anything in your life. See, here's my hope. As we ended this past week, we talked about the idea of a legacy. My hope is that each one of us, as followers of Christ, will leave the godly legacy that He's called us to leave. That means we should live life at its best. God, as our loving Father, wants us to experience the best life possible. But then He also wants us to model that so that all of those that are in our sphere of influence, that they will be impacted by our example. And so my encouragement to you is to take time and evaluate, have you made the necessary choices and sacrifices to live the best life possible so that you can leave a godly legacy to all of those that you influence? For you that have children, I want your children to know the best life possible. To you that are married, I want your spouse to know the best life possible. To you that are single and have close friends, I want them to know the best life possible too. And the way they're going to is to see it as an example in your life. And so we looked at Daniel, who was willing to do some incredible things to leave a lasting, godly legacy. And the challenge is, are we willing to do the same thing? So as you look through and start to discuss these questions, there's probably, I can say this with confidence, there's more questions than you'll probably have time to discuss. But as you look through these questions and you take it home, my prayer is that you will wrestle through these things. I mean, I think you know this. When I teach, I'm not teaching just to have information transfer, where now you learn a new principle. I am preaching with the goal of life transformation. I want your life to change because I love you, and more importantly, God loves you. And so I pray that you take all of these resources that our team, our staff, your Connect Group leaders, everyone has been so instrumental in creating, that you will take these resources and use them in your life so that you can experience the best life possible. I love you all. I am praying for you as you discuss these things, praying for you as you implement them in your life. And I can't wait to see how this changes our culture for the better in the future. I love you, I'm proud of you, and I can't wait to see you this Sunday as we launch a new series.